just because we just talked about Deontay Wilder, obviously this week, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, press tour. Yeah. They've been all over the place. A couple little scuffles. Have you seen anything that's been going on?
I've only seen a little bit. I've seen a little bit. Yeah, it's all fun. Listen, Tyson Fury is a massive character. Deontay Wilder's a massive character. You know, and you're gonna get that kind of stuff with him. You know, whether you like it or not, whether he's pantomime or not, it sells. And those two guys again. Listen, every fighter that gets in the ring deserves to make as much money as they can, and if that's how what it takes for them to make that kind of money and get people that aren't boxing people talking about it, it's good for the sport. Of course. Listen, it's good for the sport whether you like them or not. It's good for the sport. The more people that are buying into boxing, there's more money. There's more people that are going to be promoters and TV networks that are wanting to get involved. You know, we need people talking about the sport, and as long as when you have hype like this, as long as the fight lives up to the hype, that's all that matters. Because when you have the hype and the fight doesn't live up to it, then it's like
it's another black eye for boxing.
Yeah, because then the people that don't normally watch boxing come watch and they think, well, that was sinking. What's that all about? Yeah, bullshit, and then they don't watch it again. But when you get the hype and then the fight delivers, those people then become fans of the sport, and we need more and more fans as we can get. You know, so it's good. It is what it is. I mean, some of it's a little bit, but it is what it is.
From your trainer's perspective, I mean, obviously, Tyson Fury has had 2 comeback fights. Hard to tell anything from those fights. Is it too soon for him, or is it the right time based on his confidence?
Personally, whatever happens in the fight, I think Fury's done amazing to get himself from where he was.
Absolutely.
So, especially in this day and age, people don't even speak about the problems that they have. So I think for him to have done what he's done is fantastic, phenomenal, right? But my worry is that he's had 2 fights at the low end, which you would expect when a guy's had all that time out, had the problems, the health problems that he's had. Sure. Not a problem. But then I think you need a bridging fight before you step up into the real lethal pot. And he's not had that. And there's a big difference between these short guys twitching and fainting and then just cowering up and covering because they can't get anywhere near him. To something like Wilder. If Wilder comes out and tries to box him, then that for me gives Fury a chance. Right. Because Fury's a tricky fighter, and he can get into your head with just the things that he does to offset you. But if Wilder comes out swinging, I worry about Fury for this fight, because if he comes out swinging like the old Wilder, reckless, and people think, you look at me and think, technically, but it's not his game. The awkwardness and the style, the wild style, works for him because of his levers and the power that he generates. He only has to hit you once, but then you look at that straight right hand that he hits Dulorme with, and for me, he hits anybody in the heavyweight division with that straight right hand, they're going over, and 9 times out of 10 they're not getting up. And for me, in that first 3-4 rounds, while Fury's getting his timing and getting his bearings, being in with that kind of fighter for the first time for a long time, in fact, Klitschko didn't pull the trigger. So it's all right saying, he's been in with a big man before, but he didn't pull the trigger until the last round. Wilder's going to pull the trigger. So that's my worry, is that he's not had that ring time. Little 10-ounce gloves, no head guard. It's different to sparring. So my worry is that he gets nailed early. If Wilder comes out to box, then I give Fury a good chance, a good shout. But what do I know? It's just an opinion. I just want it to be a good fight. Right. I just want it to be a good fight.
Well, you know a lot. You're a trainer, so your opinion definitely is valid.
But where I see it is, when you're not in that camp, you don't know what's happening. Right. It's
hard to get a gauge on.
Tyson Fury could be looking absolutely fantastic in my eye. His timing back, everything might be back. We don't know until fight night.
And that's all you get to see is fight night.
So you judge fighters on fight night. So I'm judging him on the 2 fights that he's had over the past few years. So I'm judging him on that. Like I said, for me, Wilder and Klitschko didn't pull the trigger. Klitschko's head had completely gone. Wilder, for me, I think he's one of those guys that doesn't matter if you wind him up or what, he's going to go. In fact, he's the kind of guy that you want to be stay a little dormant, so he don't really want to go out gunslinging. Right. I don't know. It's good. It's a good fight.
But stylistically, do you think? Because I know Tyson Fury has really made it a point to say stylistically, this guy is perfect for me.
Yeah. if Fury is at his best, he can outbox anybody. If he's at his best, but that's what I'm saying to you. I don't know because he had Klitschko, timeout, 2 fights against 2 guys where they weren't very good and he didn't look great. So I'm only judging on those 2 fights. I'm judging on those 2 fights. He's not at his best. I don't see how he can be at his best after what's gone on in his life.
He thinks he's at his best,
but
is that good, though?
But that's like a fighter who's gone on too long but still thinks he's got it.
Right.
Still chasing that world title.
Right.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's him, but I'm saying that's like, just because a fighter believes he's the best,
right,
back to his best, doesn't mean that he necessarily is. I don't know because I'm not in that gym. You know, only he knows, his coaches know, and the people that have been around him all the time that see him now know. You know, so for me, if he wins the fight, it's an unbelievable. It surpasses the Klitschko win. I think so because of what he's gone on in his life and how he's had to battle back. I think that surpasses the Klitschko win. It'll be one of the greatest wins. Full stop.
How do you think? I know you never really officially give like real solid predictions, but how do you think the fight is going? Like, do you see a knockout happening? Do you see it going to the scorecards? A knockout?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do. Because either Wilder's going to come out swinging, tag him in the first 3 rounds and do it, or he's going to come out swinging and Fury is going to be tricky and hard to hit and make him miss. Wilder's going to start gassing.
Take him into deep waters.
And then Fury takes him into deep waters. It's what, again, I'm not saying I'm offensive, but I can see the both ways. But I only see the second one if Fury's at his best. If he's not at his best, I can't see him winning it if he's not at his best.
Can you take anything away from the 3 press conferences? I mean, it looked like Fury really got into Deontay's head. Is that a good thing? Bad thing? Doesn't matter?
I don't think Wilder has the same sort of mentality as what Klitschko did. Klitschko's a control freak. Everything about him. I mean, from when I was working with a haymaker, we put the hay fights together. They're control freaks, and everything has to be done their way, or the head starts wobbling. The Fury team completely got into their head in the beginning. I don't know how Wilder is. I think Wilder's don't really care. I don't think he really cares about that kind of thing, and I think he enjoys the mouth and stuff like that. He's got a great personality where he's loud and brash, and I think he's enjoying the bouncing off. So I don't think that's a case of getting into his head. And I just genuinely believe that he thinks that all he has to do is go out there winging and throwing bombs and he's knocking anybody out on the planet. When you have that kind of psyche, it's not going to make you doubt yourself in punching. Just because you can't get in somebody's head, you just think, okay, well, I'm still going to go out and knock you out.
Yeah.
I think the psychological warfare is fun and games, but I don't really think it's going to mess with anybody's head.
Particularly. Gotcha. One last.